Meeting is being taped and recorded. Approval of the minutes. Previous meeting. And the special meeting. Take a look at them, see if you have any questions. Anybody have any questions? No? Stakeholders' comments? Oh, just a few minutes?
I'll make the motion to approve the meeting minutes, November 17th, November 21st.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Okay. Visitors' comments? Start up front here. Ron?
I was just wondering, I saw in the paper that they posted around 555 10-ton weight limit, is that correct? Reason? Do you know why?
And, yeah, company.
I know
Has
they're
nothing to do with local law.
They're trying to restrict their movement or
I
what?
think so. Or make them bond.
Would it be for just a little strip?
No, it's from here to Canton, here to Driftwood.
Where if you're gonna make a bond?
It goes all,
Yeah,
it keeps going, it goes to Renova, right on down.
Oh, yeah?
All they're starting to bond, require bonds on all their secondary roads. That's what they're trying to do.
I was just curious. I was too myself, but I didn't hear why, but I see the signs. Anything else?
That's it.
Anything? Over here?
Yes.
Next.
We're still getting the smoke. And, well, this is complicated, I think. Because we had found out that, Albie Barnett is not under grandfather law. There is no form, his name is not on the list. It's not recorded anywhere. Got proof.
Yeah.
How is he getting away with his grandfather cause?
I don't think it was considered a outside firm.
Well, it is now. According to the, do you have ordinance up there?
I don't have it, you know. Go ahead, I know it pretty well. Go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah.
The definition of an outdoor furnace. Any equipment, device, appliance, or apparatus, or any part thereof, which is installed, effective, and situated outdoors for the primary purpose of combustion of fuel or to heat somebody's house or heat their water. That's a definition of an outdoor furnace. No matter wherever it is, we do have a letter, you have one too, from the lawyer saying that it's an outdoor furnace.
Yes, but it was there.
Sure.
At the time when you had everybody fill those out, did he
He
inquire?
did not.
I was leaving it here, right?
That doesn't make any difference.
No, I'm asking Keith a question,
Okay.
because he was here.
At the time, Howie'd come to the meetings and asked if it was classified an outdoor furnace, and to the standards that, the information that we were given by the attorneys, by the other ordinances that came in, it didn't meet the criteria of an outdoor furnace. At that time, is when this ordinance was put into effect.
Nobody does that.
So that's why he didn't fill out a form.
Right.
you're saying. All right. And now the same
What about all
attorney's
the- what
opinion
about all
is
the
that it's an
people that-
outside furnace, correct? I mean, it was Tom Coppola back then. It's
Yes.
now.
Mhm.
What about all the people that had to fill out that form? I mean, if he needed, if he wanted it to be grandfathered in, he should have used a little bit of common sense and filled out one of those forms, and it's not filled out. You don't have one on file.
Well, what do you want us to do? It was still there, it was still in the full time, I have no, it's still there. What are you gonna do with it?
He was supposed to have paperwork on that file,
It was
saying
up
it,
to-
what it was.
Wasn't it up to the supervisors at that time to make sure all the outside?
But now you're copping out and blaming
No,
other
I'm
people.
not
That's
talking
it.
about, they were supposed to be out there and make sure they got them all, and he just said that they didn't
We
take that as an
heard
outside firm.
at least a half a dozen times from you, from Jeremy, from Howie, that nobody could do anything except make that chimney go higher because he was under the Grandfather Act. He is not under the Grandfather Act. That furnace is illegal if he thinks it's under the Grandfather Act.
Not there, I couldn't tell you yes or no if it's legal, because it's there. It's the same as the other.
Well, all the thing is the other people that
That
had,
was to make a recording on who had one and who didn't. That's not to make a recording on if it is or not. I mean, I
How
don't
come all the
know
other
if it's
people,
there.
how come them people's names on there that they fill papers?
Should they have filled it out? I don't know. I wasn't here at that time.
Some were-
Filling out. Make
But
it
I don't
fill
have it
out.
in front of me.
That's-
I
yeah, I
can't
don't-
get the idea if it was there. You know what I'm saying?
there was no form found.
I understand that. I see that, but what do you want me to do?
There was,
What do you want me to do?
I want you to act on the ordinance.
Howie, did you inquire at the time about that form and were told not to fill it out, or did you not, or were you not even
There
aware?
was no form when I did that, to fill out.
Everybody else from June, whatever,
When I did this, it was before it was put into effect.
You had yours in before they even,
Maybe.
Before the ordinance.
before you even put the ordinance through.
so did
But
everybody
that,
else on
no,
this
when he was
list.
supposed to have one of
So,
those.
so did everybody
Well,
else
but
on
he
this
didn't
list, and they had to do
think he had an outside furnace.
grandfather.
Right.
You told me that they were grandfathered.
They're all grandfathered for
What,
before
what do
that time.
you wanna try to get a
They had dates on it.
If you call your attorney.
Some clarity there.
I
I mean, I'm not lawyer, you can advise him.
My understanding was that
His is grandfather.
the
His is
zoning
grandfather.
issue is by your
These other people were there before the thing too. In order,
And that's in there, ordinance, so.
The part in the ordinance.
I mean, that's,
the thing in a nutshell,
It's not in the council.
you don't want me to swear on this tape, do you?
But even if it's swear, I'm just saying, it was there before the ordinance.
Isn't it still the height restriction?
He had.
I think so.
There's the letter
Actually
from the
change
lawyer.
anything, whether it's
For what? Just one
what we
week
can do,
come back.
for it, is what I'm saying.
Consider, that's October,
No, just come back.
3 months ago.
Yeah.
Copy of it.
in October.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ordinance.
Okay, this is an outdoor furnace, he considers this an outdoor furnace, he
Well,
told me that.
okay, you wanna take that to court and ask the judge?
Yes,
if
I
it was
do.
there- If it was there before or after? I
These
know
other
it was there.
people's were there before or
I
after
understand
too.
that. I understand that, but that was up.
And his wasn't there very much longer than June 18th, 2009.
I know it was there before, and if I have to do one, I can do them all the same way. I have smoke problems all over this town. I really do.
Section 103. What an outdoor furnace is. No matter when it was there or when. Read it out loud, Franny. Read it out loud.
104.
Which one you want? I need to read it, I'm just telling you, it was there before the ordinance was made.
But I am saying the other ones were there too.
That had.
Don't tell me that doesn't have nothing to do with
They
it.
should have made him do that then, but they didn't consider an outside furnace, he just told you that, they did not consider an outside furnace at that time. They should have considered an outside furnace and had him build one of these out.
He had 60 days to do that.
We did not even consider that an outside furnace. The attorney says he's the one that considered it an outside furnace, and we considered it an
Yeah,
outside
how come,
furnace.
listen, how come all the 3 months that we've been doing this, you never even looked this up
Look what up.
to see if there was a form there that he filled out, to see if his name was on there. You took it for granted that his name was on there.
I looked at it, he's grandfathered, and the only thing I could do is make a stack of life.
It's not written down on paper that he's grandfathered.
I'm telling you, I have a hard time
No.
on paper that your grandfather. If you were there before the time.
When something is in black and white, on paper,
Well,
it's legal.
I'll tell you, you really have to watch what you do there, because there's a lot of people smoking people out there. And, we have the whole town in uproar if we have to stop the smoke for everybody. No, I'm serious.
nobody else is complaining but us.
No, that's not true. That is not true.
Which you already did.
That's not true. I have other people complaining about the smoke from different places.
Well,
I mean,
if this goes to court, Halloween is gonna be named, and so is the township.
Well, that's fine, that's why I called the attorney and asked him what I should do, or what we should do. Then we called him and asked him, what should we do? Is it an outside furnace or is it not an outside furnace? And we got the paper. And we considered stack height, that's what he said. And that's what the.
He said as far as he was concerned, it is an outdoor furnace, and according to this
Yeah, but
ordinance,
we don't.
it says right here in black and white that it is.
But they did not make him do it at the time. I don't know why, it's considered an outside furnace.
It's an outside furnace
Yes, I
now.
agree with that, so the only thing we do is make them sign on those papers.
It's too late. All of these other people had 60 days to get it in before.
I'm just saying.
No, he's not grandfathered. According to the law, he is not grandfathered.
So somebody shows
What?
law, that's got to be shut down. I think I don't have the right to shut my front door. Right, that paper gives me the right to not let no one.
You know what I mean? It's
Read
not-
this, keep it, that's the only thing that protects people's life. Unless they're running.
Read that, Brandon.
Unless they're not.
Read it.
For what?
Read it out loud.
Doesn't matter what I read.
Yes, it does.
Now, we're not gonna sit here and argue about this.
No, read it out loud. I want everybody in here to hear that. You don't read it out loud, Sonny. Why can't you read?
What, you don't think the other ones are creating a nuisance? The other people are creating a nuisance?
That's not my problem. That's your problem.
Okay, it is my problem, but what do? Shut them all down? I
Yeah,
don't have the answer. Maybe people ought to give me the answer.
shut them all down. It says right here you have the power to
Okay,
do that.
well, then I shut them all down,
Yeah.
okay?
They can go back to the regular gas that they have in their house.
So that goes with everybody in town, you want me to go around and shut everybody's furnace down? I mean, because that tells me that it's all creating a nuisance. It's hazard to everybody's health.
It depends on where there is. It depends on where it is.
You wanna shut everybody's smoke down, no? Don't you hit your garage with smoke? We're shutting that
I
down.
hit my house with one too.
Okay, well,
I
we're
am
shut it
talking
down.
about,
See, we can't do that.
I am talking about where they are located.
There's a lot of them located in bad spots, and I'll agree with that.
Those ones.
And I'll-
Shut 'em down. The ones in Forest, shut them down.
Let's,
The ones in Burnell, shut them down.
What do you wanna look at?
this problem right here that just cropped up with him not thinking it was an outside furnace, now becoming an outside furnace, the ordinance itself, let's sit down. I suggest we sit down with Tom Cocklow and discuss it. You know,
Oh, I have no problem with that.
to get it straightened out, and
My
whatever we
problem
finish
is-
off with the attorney's gonna settle. Because
My problem is.
we're not gonna continue every month to run back and forth
Well,
with the
guess
attorney.
what? I am going to be here every month, no matter if you see a lawyer or not.
Well, he
Well,
said he's got other ones, he said. Let's get them all on the table.
Well, that's what I'm saying, let's
Yeah,
get
I
it, let's
mean-
figure out the problem here with the ordinance, sit down and see what,
I think we better go talk to him about is it a nuisance or not. And my problem is, if you shut
Is
one
it,
down.
is it a nuisance or not?
My problem is, if you shut them down, you have to shut all of them down. I have to do the same to each and every person. I can't take one side or another. So if I shut that Howie's down, I have to shut the other complaints ones down too. Okay?
Is that my problem?
Well, it's a big problem to the
Is
community.
that my problem?
Well, it's my problem. It's my problem real big.
Well, you know what? You got in this office,
Yes, I did. We all got in this office. So you're asking not just me, you're asking all of us to shut all the furnaces off and leave them.
I didn't say that.
No, anything 300 feet. That's what you're saying, right? Is that what you're saying to me?
Anything that's creating nuisance.
Well, that's gonna be a pile. That's gonna be a pile. You don't know how many people come in and
Then
say,
you're
"I
telling
come
me
down that
that-
hill, it's full of
that-
smoke and weed go." So
You're
I mean,
telling
it's
me
creating a
that, are you
problem.
telling me that this ordinance isn't any good?
I'm not telling you anything, all I know is.
Are you saying this ordinance isn't any good?
No, I think that's good for new coming, existing furnaces to keep 300 feet away from the house, and that's what that's good for. I think that's very properly done for that
It's
man.
not 300 feet either.
Yeah, I thought it was 300 feet.
No, it's 100.
From-
It's 25 feet from any property line and 100 feet
Yeah.
from any
100?
residence.
I thought it was 300 feet.
No, chimney height is different. This is setbacks for a new outdoor furnace. There's 25 from a property line and 100 feet from any residence not served by the outdoor furnace.
So that makes it less than the depth of 100 feet.
And the 300 feet is better than the, radius where you have to have your chimney 2 feet above any
Yeah.
residence.
Well, that's, I mean, the thing you got here, and the only thing else you got there is what's creating a nuisance? How far do you go with the smoke and nuisance from somebody's smokestack? And if you wanna go to the attorney and ask that question, we will do that. But the problem you're gonna run into, you're gonna have to treat them all the same. You're gonna have to treat them all the same, and you're gonna have a real problem.
You start shutting people down, you're gonna have lawsuits.
Well, it's gonna be a
You're
real
gonna have
mess
a
for
lawsuit
myself.
anyway.
It's gonna be a real mess, to this winter. You know, so, and in fact, with you doing that, I think we ought to go to the attorney and ask the attorney what we ought to do with this, because, my problem is I have to do them all, cause I won't do just one person.
That's my house in my head. It's turned black.
I'm not saying it's not a nuisance to you or anything, but I have to watch what I do for one person.
You gave us the impression that if he wasn't under the grandfather act, that you could do something. Yes, you did.
No, it's grandfather.
Ah,
Just
he's
basically-
going to fight.
That's okay, put him in the file, right?
Make sure you show
But I think-
that to the lawyer too.
We will, but,
I'd like to be in on that. I would like to be in on that meeting. I am formally asking you to be in on that meeting.
I have no problem. I can just call Tom and ask that, as far as I know.
Just,
I don't,
we're gonna call Tom, and we're gonna sit down with him and ask him how far this nuisance goes,
Let's
he
just make
smokes
it-
that, cause I think that's what we're up against right here.
I'll make a motion to make an appointment for Tom to go over this situation.
Then go over the situation as a nuisance.
As all of them, that you, whatever you said, you got complaints about.
Yeah, well, I mean, how many people come off, and we had, the other guy in Burn on the other street, he's complaining about all the smoke on that side, he's got 5 different people around him.
Who's that?
The one
Never
right by
seen
the
that
water
before.
shop. He didn't wanna do a written one, but he was down here, and I went up and talked to him, Jared and both went up and talked to him, he's got, what, 5 of them?
Brought into the newspaper, because it's exactly where it's-
Well, that's not,
And then,
so who's the 5?
There was only one from outside.
But also,
Yeah, all the rest of them.
That's not really under the sheds and garages and stuff. They're not keeping it.
is that the one, is that the one that says Mike?
I don't know, he didn't bring them up at that time. Across the street.
Well, we'll have to wait till we talk to the attorney and see how far.
How long is that gonna take?
That I have no idea.
You'll have to call,
Call him and make an appointment.
make an appointment.
And,
Make an appointment.
and we're asking him because, that's where it has to go. If that's the issue, you have to deal with everybody, one, being a nuisance of smoke, and the more it comes out, the more people talk about, the more people that don't like the smoke's gonna come out, and it's just gonna lead to one mess after another.
Good.
And that's, and, you know, to me, you know, I have to treat them all the same, so. I mean, there's a lot of people burn out there. A lot of people burn out there. So.
And the people that are having complaints. There's three there that you mentioned. The ones from Burndale, over on the other part of town.
We haven't put forth
The
yet.
ones from Forest.
But they always did burn. They always did burn. So I don't know what the situation is that go and shut them down. I don't know. We'll have to talk to the attorney. Okay, with that said,
Yes,
we're
sir.
gonna continue on. That's my answer. We're gonna go to the attorney and discuss how far does the nuisance go with this smoke? Because, you know what I mean? We're gonna get to the bottom of it one way or another. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're gonna go to the
So,
next
Dennis,
one.
if you telling me that form, this form,
We made a motion in a second.
What's that? Oh, yes.
are you telling me that this
All in
form isn't
favor?
any good either?
Alright, okay, we already made the motion.
I wanna know,
What's that?
is this form any good?
For that form? For this here?
We'll take that with us when we.
Yeah, we're gonna take all that out
I
with
mean-
him and see what the situation is. He was there before it was ever made. Why he never made one out, that's, cause they never thought it was an outside furnace. Nobody thought it was an outside furnace, as far as that was. But now it's coming down to where it's coming down to the nuisance of smoke, so that's where the problem's gonna lie.
And it's probably coming down to, you guys don't wanna get sued.
Well, all I know is we're asking the attorney. Okay, we're gonna continue. Anybody else have anything to go?
No.
Okay, Bob?
The only thing I'd add is, you know, they've had, I think, 3 meetings now with source water protection. At the last meeting, they had a handout of activities in the watershed, which I thought was interesting and should be noted. In the Burns and Kersey watershed, there are 26 oil and gas wells permits, which seem pretty high to me. Of that, 17 are active, and there's 3 Marcellus wells. There are 9 wells in the area that are plugged. But, I mean, it seems like, it's very passive here as far as any concern or activity to establish source water protection. I think we can all anticipate in the future, there's gonna be a lot more well permits issued. I mean, if you read the papers this week, there's a big lawsuit and a battle going on down in the Pittsburgh area, I think it was in Fayette, over in, the Wilkes-Barre area in the town of Dallas. They're having a big battle over there with gas companies, pipelines, et cetera, et cetera. These 2 areas are affluent areas. In other words, these people have money and they can hire attorneys to deal with it. In our location, there's not that much disposable income to challenge these stuff. So I think it's very important that this program be advanced, and I think it would be helpful if the Board of Supervisors would start attending these meetings, just to give it more credence. Because, I mean, you know, I don't think anybody wants any contamination or the loss of the drinking water for the community. So I'd encourage the board to attend these meetings.
I have no problem, when I'm not working the off shifts, I will.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody's coming. Nobody from the Board of Supervisors.
Last meetings I was on second shift.
Well, there's 3. There's 3.
I do what I can.
But, and that's right, but when you have 3 of people, you hope one of them could come.
And I'm with you, the gas industry is just gonna.
Well, yeah, I mean, part of this thing you're seeing on the road over here, I know a guy in Emporia, they're posting around 120. It's the same thing over there. I haven't been over it, but he said the road from Driftwood to Emporium, Route 120 is a disaster. It's all busted up. And you're gonna have the same thing here eventually.
I think it's gonna end up where the state's gonna end up after bonding their roads.
Well, yeah, but
Otherwise, the cost is gonna come back to the people that way.
once again, you see the damage inflicted there. You know, when you get a lot of activity up in the watershed, drilling wells, running pipelines, running collection lines, And from what I've read in the paper, a lot of these collection lines, they just do it. There's no, permitting required to amount to much as far as the line
They don't have
integrity.
a lot of permitting for anything.
So, I mean, I think we as a community have to, step up and do what needs done here, or do our best. And it's just like anything else, you're not gonna get it done perfectly. So if you don't give it a shot, you're gonna have nothing.
Yeah, I wish we'd had a lot of, time ago on it, bought, and got something going, but
Well,
right now they're here, you know, I don't know what you can do.
well, I'm not gonna say you're gonna keep them out, cause
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna do that. But what you have to take steps to protect what you have.
I agree.
Because some hotshot in Houston, Texas, all he sees is a dollar figure and 100 million cubic feet a day out of that well. He doesn't care whether we're drinking brine water here or anything else.
I agree, and anything I could do with it, I would help.
Well,
100%.
once again, I think the first steps, the board's starting to come to these meetings.
Bob, wouldn't you think that the water authority should take point on this and attend?
They are.
Well.
They are, they have people there.
Good, good.
They have people there, but it's the whole community,
Oh, I agree,
you know.
I agree.
Okay,
And, you know, these are the three highest officials in the community. That would lead a lot of credence to it, or lend a lot of credence to it.
I go to a lot of carriage groups, and you can ask these guys here, we go to the carriage group thing all the time for the gas and see what we can do and try to stay on top of it. Not a lot of things, they got us over a barrel on a lot
Well,
of things.
I mean, another avenue here is Matt Gambler's got a representative that comes down here one Tuesday a month. You know, it's an access point for the Board of Supervisors, and it's an access point for anybody else in the community that shares a concern of this nature. But, I mean, eventually Matt goes to Harrisburg and he votes on this stuff. And let me tell you, the gas industry has got their hired guns in Harrisburg.
We've asked Matt many a times to come to our meetings, and that man would not show up.
He's right here,
We asked him.
right here. As a
we
matter of
asked-
fact, I met with Mr. Canterwell
I
here
was
3
up-
weeks ago.
I was upset a lot of times with that. How many meetings have we had in different places, and he's never
Did you
showed
ever
up?
meet with him here, Franny?
No, I've seen him in here, yes.
Well,
He
sit
puts
down
his
and talk
books
to the
up.
man, he doesn't
I know.
bite.
But I mean, I really have, we have asked him to come to different meetings for the gas, and he's never came.
But, you know, they're asking for your input, just purely by his presence here, and I think you should discuss it with him. And, you know, here's one good talking point right here is our watershed.
Okay, Jim?
I got some receipts off of Debbie. I just was wondering if maybe after the meeting she could go over and explain some of these things. I don't quite understand.
Well, what are they for?
Gas receipts for the.
The gas
trucks.
receipts?
Yeah.
What's your problem? I mean, what's the problem with them?
Well,
You know, she
I
just-
have to, I'm gonna show you the stuff here. It has like trucks go down there. I don't know what trucks they are or whatever. And another question I got, why can't we get fuel off of Charlie? Spread it around a little bit, instead of all going to Friday.
I don't think we even have a card for Charlie, do we? I mean, I don't see no reason why we could get a card and spread it around a little bit either.
I mean, I think we really should. I mean, spread it around a little bit. Now, he does write down who's getting the fuel and stuff, and maybe they don't like
Well, I
that. I
think
don't
them
know.
guys write down those. Them guys write down when they get through on it. What's on the list?
Well, somebody approached Charlie one time and said he don't want nothing wrote
No,
down what
what's on
vehicle
that
it was.
list?
And that's when they stopped getting fuel from Charlie.
What I'm asking is, what's on the list? What's it say on the list? I didn't look at the list.
It says truck. I mean, whose truck, you know? It don't have,
It says.
It would only be the pickup,
We only have a pickup for the lawn.
Exactly.
lawnmowers,
Well, we don't
tanks.
have,
and
we have one fire truck,
fire.
I think, and one of our trucks on.
One of the
gas.
firemen right out there, they're right in there.
well, you guys are listening to utility.
That's the fire company.
That's it.
That would be the fire company's truck.
But here's one here that says truck. We got fuel one day, $44, the next day we got $32. That truck ain't eating that much gas, but it better get rid of it. You see what I'm saying?
Depends on where it went.
Well, it's like that all over these receipts. I mean, if you stop and take a look at these receipts, you can tell. Some just gonna,
Is there dates, there should be dates on
yeah,
it.
there's dates on it.
Well, the only other thing is just put mileage and put dates on it. They ain't putting mileage down, are they? Is that putting
There,
mileage?
we got mower down here, $36. That's one hell of a tank on a mower.
Yeah, it's 12 gallon.
Yeah. You don't think.
I mean, holy shit.
What's 12 gallon?
I mean, in the
gas
winter
cost
time, what the hell's your mower? What's your mower?
$3.50.
you? What's the date on it?
10-9.
That's probably the last time I mowed.
Yeah.
Price, yeah, mowing's still there.
They do mow a lot of grass, so, seriously. It does.
I mean, that just
Probably
seems
costs $50
ridiculous.
a month just to mow grass, I would imagine. Not more.
You buy gas, Jim?
No, I steal.
Well, obviously, because, you know, you come fill up your tank and
I
pick
go
up,
around
drive
like-
$100. I don't know anybody that doesn't spend that kind of money to fill their truck.
I know what it costs. I go to Altoona every day.
Well,
You
I mean,
spend more
as
in
long
one truck than I do all goddamn week.
As long as they're putting the mileage down and putting what truck it is, you know what I mean, they're keeping track of it.
Well, there ain't no mileage on it.
We're having to put the mileage and
In
put
fact-
the dates on it.
In fact, it says odometer 5, every one of them 5. So they can go anywhere, 5, 5, 5. And the same truck number, so something's not right there. I mean, maybe you ought to take a look at that.
All right, and maybe we will talk to Rouse and maybe get.
Yeah, I think we should spread it around a little bit.
Same
We buy
price,
it where it's cheaper.
same price, always most of the same.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Same price.
No, it's not. Because we get where the gas is Fridays, we get on a fleet account, which is 5 cents cheaper,
I'll show it here.
Price
Yes.
5 cents off, yeah.
it's 5 cents off. When the bill comes, you have to look at the overall.
Well, I'd like to see that then, when the bill comes, if it's 5 cents cheaper. I'd like to see that.
Huh?
You can whenever you see
Whatever you
it.
want to see it.
Well,
Alright.
but that is true, it is always, it's 5 cents. I know that.
Anybody can get that at Quick Fill or at Apple or whatever it is out of, Warren. You can get a card and you get automatically get 5 cents a gallon off it.
Right.
Yeah, that's why they're getting 5 cents, it ain't his,
Right.
out of his good heart.
Right.
Well, like I said, we can check on it,
But we also don't pay any taxes on it. It's on the slip as the price at the pump, but when the bill comes from United, that taxes are all off for the
We
municipality.
won't be on there with Charlie's either.
That's,
You won't be paying
that's
taxes.
what the diesel fuel too, that's all off, just like off the diesel, all the taxes are off. Okay. All right, approval of bills, everybody take a look at the bills. Anybody see anything, there's something, just holler out here, and if they have a problem with anything on these bills?
Yeah, this is, mileage here for Murray Lily. $43.86 to go to Brockwood. I don't know what he took up there, but it was damn, I'd get rid of it.
States, the federal government sets a mileage rate, Jim.
$43.86 to go to Brockwood.
How many miles is it?
I don't know where you went.
That's 20 miles average, I go there every day.
All right, so 20 miles.
How do they set your miles? Is it 51 cents a mile, is that how they set that?
We solved it, I just wanna go get the truck.
You shouldn't have to go get them, they deliver, everybody delivers.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, the hose blew on the backhoe. Up
Sometimes
on
you have to-
Burndale, top of Burndale Hill.
Yeah,
So, they needed a hose.
they make them in St. Mary's.
They don't have the fittings for what needed to be done, Jim. Only one place had them. Had to go over to John's garage,
Well, then why would you take the pickup?
cause the pickup wasn't here. But that's fine. We'll call you, you can go get it.
I'll go get it, but it won't be no 43 bucks, let me tell you.
Hey.
Hey, $10 bill would cover it.
There you go.
Hey, any other ones on there? Anybody see anything else on there they don't like? Okay, I make a motion to pay the bills.
And it wasn't $42, it was $21.
No, that was the second one, that was another one. The $21 was, mileage to do was. It was only 21 bucks that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's further to do boys than it is up to Brock.
Well, you can go get them.
Okay, a motion to pay the bills.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Okay. Treasurer's report.
General fund checking, $21,884.49. State fund checking, $1,119.87. State fund insured money fund, $38,700. State fund CD, $38,620. General fund CD, $78,635. General fund CD, $50,330. And the total deposits were $38,004.28.
Correspondence.
1 J Township Water Authority meeting minutes, 2 J Township Sewer Authority meeting minutes, 3 York County Commissioners meeting minutes, 4 E Langdon Engineering EQT well permit application, 5 Ross Singer Sewage Enforcement Officer proposal, 6 P News Bulletin, 7 Jim Hoff Vacancy Board appointment application, 8 Deborah Leonard Recreation Board appointment application.
Road maintenance. Everybody got a copy of that? Do you have any questions about the road maintenance? In the back of the page, if anybody wants to read it and ask any questions on it, they can do that too. Okay, old business, 2012 budget, was put in the paper, set on the table. I need an okay to continue the budget on for the year.
I think it's time, they sit on the table for review for 20 days, so.
It's
I
been-
make a motion to enact the 2012 budget.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. And the floodplain plan ordinance, we need a motion for that. Continue that on.
Is that just
Just advertise.
make a motion to advertise the floodplain ordinance?
I'll second.
All in favor? Okay. New business, Burndale Homes property. Burndale Homes property got another piece of property over there that they're gonna give us up to us. It cost us, what, $189 for just the fees. So we need a motion to take this over.
Can you give us, where is the property?
It's on the right side of Burndale going up. You go up Burndale Hill on the right side of Oak Street.
Polk Street.
Yeah, so-
Behind Shaleski's or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
going up that street and up.
Where is it, down on the bottom or?
All the way up the street,
It's,
all the way up in the whole.
yeah,
It's the
just
street itself plus
It's a street plus,
what the existing right of way would have been, I guess.
There's like a little chunk on the top of it, looks like a chunk on the top of that Oak Street.
How much land's involved? Like an acre or two?
0.227 acres.
Say that again?
0.227 acres. 0.247 acre.
it's just a right of way.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just a 33-foot right of way.
Okay. But I mean, it comes off the tax rolls. Isn't either one of
Was
these?
not, I don't know, it was Burndale Homes property all these years.
Okay.
This is the last piece.
But I mean, it's a piece of property out there in outer space. This is of no value to the
No,
township. if you-
No, it's our road's on it.
Oh, it's the road.
It's
It's
Polk
the
Street
road.
itself,
It
right.
runs the
Okay.
road.
Here's a
Right.
map of it
If
right
it's
here.
the road, yeah, then it does make sense.
Yeah, it's the road.
No, I thought it was just a piece of property up in the woods.
No, it's
It's
Polk,
just
it's
like-
Polk Street and the right of way is off of Polk Street, yeah.
If you remember about a year or so ago, Kennedy Street and all them,
If it's the road, fine.
it's the road.
So do I hear a motion
I will.
to?
I'll second.
It's done.
Okay. Reorganization meeting, 3:12 scheduled time. What's the time?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, fine? Okay, set the reorganization meeting at 7 o'clock on the 3rd. Okay, vacancy, 2 vacancy board on the water for 2012.
Can you get a packet here for, you wanna be on that board?
The packets are here.
Oh.
Packets are here. Okay, and we have, Mackey's got a junkyard to renew his junkyard license here, so. We have to throw an okay for that, or just sign this in here for Mackey.
Doesn't change anything.
I don't know that he's changed it.
Right.
We
Just
haven't
renewal.
changed anything, there hasn't been no complaints or anything of it, so. Make a motion to sign Mackey's junkyard license for another year.
I'll second.
All in favor? So we sign that. Okay, that takes care of that. Anything else before we adjourn? I mean,
Brian, I got a question on that equipment maintenance.
yeah,
It says on there, repair left outer tie rod, right inner tie rod, and brake light on car.
Should say cab.
it just, it means the truck, we don't have a car.
It's a third
Well,
brake.
that's what I was wondering.
Yeah. I mean, we have, that's on the truck, that was for inspection to the tie rod and steering arm and stuff like that.
I thought maybe we got a car, didn't we?
All right, motion to adjourn, ain't nothing,
I'll
motion
second.
to adjourn. Oh, we have to